My name's Mark Maupin. I've been doing this since the late 70s, investing in real estate. Stepped into a lot of landmines, had a lot of pitfalls. Got probably the worst thing that happened to me was right when the market crashed. I had a little over $4 million in debt on the street. I bought and sold over 3,500 properties, so I was majorly into it. So when the real estate market imploded, I imploded. And then I emotionally couldn't deal with real estate for a lot of years after that. The good news was I had a major competitor that had a relationship with the Free Press and got them to do a very negative article on me. Made the front page of the Free Press. None of it was true. There was a hearing date that came up, and I proved the exact opposite, but I was tried by Google. So if you Google my name, I was mud. So all I did was study the internet day and night, because people would say, oh, we can get that down or move it down. So there's nothing there today, but out of me learning that, I ended up in a whole new career. And today I represent tons of service businesses all over the U.S. I'm running a nationwide charity. My whole livelihood comes off the internet. I'm an absolute expert at putting maps up on Google, and I have small businesses all across the U.S. And I'm in 13 states with dumpster rental, 50 states with a charity, and I have appliance companies in every major city in the U.S. And they've been with a lot of the customers have been with me like 2008 and on, after the learning experience from the crash. So I got to learn a new business. The good news out of that was I'm a major lead generator for all these businesses. Now I'm a major lead generator for other wholesalers. So I'm now starting to apply everything I learned inside the internet towards generating leads and then having a relationship with somebody exactly like Todd. Todd is probably the most, goes to all the real estate club meetings, is well connected, and is an excellent wholesaler because he's developed relationships with all the different buyers that are buying. So I don't have to go to the house. I just have to do a really good job. Sometimes he'll tell you I do a really lousy job of taking the lead in, but I just got to get him to that lead, and then it's a wildcat barbecue sometimes. You know, it's like a good thing. So that's a little bit about me. So our disclaimers are, real estate by its very nature can be risky. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You always need to talk to an accountant, a CPA. And the second thing is, I don't want to get sued. Everything that comes out of my mouth tonight is a lie. If you like it, try it on. So that prevents that happening. So our agenda tonight is we're your host, and we've got a really good speaker coming up that's going to talk about, hard money, private money, and how, you find a great deal, you got to be able to buy it, or you got to be able to wholesale it. So he's going to, but still, even the wholesalers need money, the people you're selling to. So we want to get to know you guys and where you're at in real estate investing. Like if you're brand new, that's fine, because our job is to get you going down the right path. And we're going to talk about some other local real estate investing events. And then how to make your unwanted real estate a great tax deduction. I'm going to talk for just a minute on, since I'm running a nationwide charity and we take on real estate, I want to talk, there's very few charities that do that. I want to talk about what you can do if you're an investor that you're holding upside down property or trouble with, distressed property, like what the tax benefits were if you actually donated that property. And we already had Jeff speak, and then the majority of the whole evening is going to go to our speaker that's going to talk on funding for your real estate needs. And we got a couple of final tips at the end. So I've been doing this for a long time, and Todd's been doing it for a long time too. So you want to talk a little bit about yourself?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll talk about it.
All right, go ahead.
So Todd used to come to the real estate events I was putting on, and you're always looking through the room trying to get somebody that's going to take action. And he was taking action all the time, and he majorly was taking action. He's the most knowledgeable person there. So I just finally said, "You're coming up here," because, and he goes to all the meetings. He knows everybody that's in the game in the Detroit metropolitan area. So that's basically is your mission as a new investor, is you need to go to as many real estate investing meetings as you can. And I would say your real mission is to look for Todd's, look for experienced people and get to know them, because I don't care if you got to work for them for free, those are the guys you're going to really learn it from. Do not. So I used to run real estate club meetings, and there's a bunch of them that still do it. They bring in platform speakers. Guy's going to get up here and he's going to talk about how you can make a lot of money in real estate, and he shows you all this stuff. And it's like, if you buy this program, it's like buying a magic button. You press it and you're going to make money. And it's only going to cost you $30,000. And I'm going to supply you with a whole team of people. And you're lucky you're here tonight, because I'm going to get you the credit cards to pay for this program.
Has anyone done that before?
I'm in it.
I have.
I'm in it.
Yeah, so there's a couple, and what's interesting, the people that raise their hands are,
Yeah.
But I just never ventured into buying their books or going to the training.
but they're incredible speakers. You'll think, oh my gosh, this is the best. Don't buy it. Watch who buys it. Wait and talk to them over the next 6 months. I want you to know that their deal will always be there. Even though it's only tonight that you can get this, the deal's always there, okay? So, but you want to look for the local people that are doing it, that are out there making it and doing it every day of the week. So those are the people you want to go find. And that's what Todd brings to the party.
But finding the buyers, though, to me, I don't want to say it's the toughest, but if you have the buyer in mind, finding the deals is easier, right? So, I mean, I had a call today, a foreclosure, and I got 10 people I know that will buy this deal because I met them at the meetups. I deal with them. You know, it's like, which one of my friends do I call? And I don't want to pit them against each other to raise the price. I set the price, and that's the price. If you don't like it, fine. No, or it might not be for you. Whatever. There's no hard feelings. So I call 1 or 2 people, give them the details, and they buy it. That's what the goal is, and that's usually what happens. Not always. And like I met a lady at the auction from Canada. I'm selling her houses. She's buying rental properties either from the MLS. And I don't make much money when you sell it, when I'm working with it, you know, as an agent with her. But she's buying houses, so when I have a wholesale deal, and one I might make 10 or 20,000, she'll still buy it. She don't care which way. I don't care which way. Just trying to make her happy, you know. So that's the key.
So remember I told you I'm an old fart. I've been out of the real estate game for a while. I can't emotionally deal with it. So when I came back in and started teaching it, you know, because I understand it really well, and I've done really well. I've bought and sold over 3,500 homes. I've done the fine fix and flip in Pontiac. I was the largest boat buyer in the state of Michigan for a long time. So I understand this game, but I didn't have the relationships. So now I can generate a deal, but I'm better off handing it to Todd. And over time, I've met a few other people that I'm now handing deals to. But he's an incredible resource for me. That's all I'm trying to say to you. And our speaker later is the hard money lender. When I wasn't able to do all those properties without having a relationship with a hard money lender, because you run out of money. So, and my lender ended up being partners with me. So he just put the money out, but I was a 50% partner, and he would charge some interest in doing that. And when he sold it, he was there as a note buyer, so he'd buy the paper too. So all that meant was I had to run twice as hard on the treadmill. But I could buy anything I wanted in the MLS. He didn't care. So he just wanted the return on the money. So that's the kind of stuff you can run into. So, let's talk about you. That's enough about us. So what do you want to get out of tonight? We'll just go around the room. I'll pick on you first.
Hi, my name is Melanie, and this is about my third meetup. And what I am looking to get out of it is the knowledge
Okay, good.
Oh, my name is Eddie Williams.
You can come up too if you want to do a commercial for
All right,
yourself.
sure, yeah, I do want to.
There's a small group, so we're good.
All right, cool.
But it's gonna get put all over the US.
Right.
So.
My name is Eddie Williams. I'm a wholesaler and a realtor. And the reason I wanted to come up is I'm looking to add a few more names to my buyers list. I wholesale primarily, so far it's been Detroit area, but in 2020 I'm looking to expand to the suburbs, but primarily it's been Detroit. So if you'd like to add to my buyers list and get houses sent out to you wholesale, please text me. You can text me at 248-252-4114. Once again, that's 248-252-4114. And again, my name is Eddie Williams, and I learned wholesaling under Mark and Todd's tutelage. Thank you.
And now I make money off of Eddie because if some of the house comes to me that is really not a wholesale deal that needs to be listed, him and I are partners in it. Partners. It's 50-50 partners. But he's outbeats the street and I can bring the lead, you follow? So, Fred.
Fred McCoy, investor, wholesaler, been working with Mark for a few years now. Just here to network, get much information as I can.
I had a donated house I couldn't sell. Fred bought the very first house for me that I took a car, a 1988 or something.
80 something.
80-something car. It ran, and I gave it to Volunteers of America, and they gave him a brick 2-unit on the east side with an attached liquor store. What we're not telling you was, it was a drug house. There was only one apartment left, and I was scared to death to get out of my car. And you know what? So was he. So he resold the house without ever going in it.
Never seen it.
And they resold the house again. So neither one of us want to know what's happening. So,
And that house, that property is still vacant.
Oh, really?
yeah.
They paid $11,000 for it. Just like,
Yeah. And everybody left that transaction happy,
Good.
because I'm still here. So,
It was on Mac
and for you new investors, the key to successfully looking at certain houses is the ability to run faster than the person that you buy. So, and make sure you oscillate. So, or carry your gun. So, yeah, but Fred's a really good wholesaler, knows what he's doing, does landlording. So there would be a person that you'd want to talk to learn from. That's what I'm really saying.
And Fred's looking for a house, so if anyone has he's looking a house hack again.
Yes.
So,
Thanks.
find the fixer upper,
Yeah.
the west side preferably.
Yeah. What's your price point? Up to 25. But they're 20 or up, I'm looking
I
at
have a
something.
list. I have another business too.
Oh, okay.
I do hard money over here, hard money global, and on the other side is global property connectors. I wholesale properties.
Good.
Apartment buildings, single family residence, as well as portfolios.
Great. Good. So we'll still connect, we'll connect.
I'll give you some literature.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm Olivia Kenny. It's my first time here tonight, so I'm brand new to the game, but I'm looking to learn more about wholesaling and just how to start.
Good. So the site that I gave you, it's got some incredible videos on it. You need to dig in to watch that. Feel free to call me. I guarantee I'll help direct you. And you talked to me earlier today after I figured out who I was talking to. So you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Vinny Nelson, or Vincent, is my actual name. And I'm just looking to learn how to do this, I guess. And I'm pretty brand new. I just fell into a YouTube rabbit hole, and out here I am.
Good.
She's with me.
Denny's from Happy Days. All right? We'll get there.
My name is Cynthia Ware. This is about my fourth meetup.
Yeah.
I've invested in one of those high real estate investor education systems. Still working with them. And they did have me reach out to the meetups in the area. I have 3 pieces of property, free and clear. One I'm
There's
putting
one
up.
on Freeland.
Yes.
I know who you are, so you do it.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, but she sent me that email
Yeah.
about her property.
He connected me to
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what I'm saying?
I would like to talk.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Okay.
I sent you a reply email, you just haven't seen it yet.
Okay. And so, and this is what I'm here for. I'm here to network, wealth of knowledge, Todd, give you good characteristic. Everybody that you interact with doesn't give you good characteristic, trustworthy kind of, you know, what you see is what you get. Todd gives you comfort, and you want that when you interact with people. You do too, Mark,
Yeah.
but you want that when you're coming up under someone, interacting with them.
Yeah.
And I got that here.
That's good.
Those properties you said up there for sale?
Yeah, I need to sell.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not desperate selling.
You sell them on terms.
So it'd be good to put your numbers together and then start bringing a flyer. And then when
Yeah.
you've got them, when you come to a meeting, there's a camera. You know, like
Yeah.
the Renegade.
Yeah.
What you want to do with the Renegade meeting is you want to say, Mark, will you go hold the flyer up in front of the audience? And then you've got a sign like that, you write on the back of it, not you. You have somebody else go with you up front and hold the sign up, and then they walk around the room to make sure everybody reads it. Because when you notice when they hold the sign up, they're trying to talk, and they got the
Yeah.
sign's pointing the wrong way.
Okay.
So then you want to take advantage. Our meetup site has 5,600 members. So you want to go on there and do an email broadcast out more than once saying, here's a hot deal. Kick me while I'm down. I mean, it could be your headache. So you, right, I mean, you got a good deal. So makes sense. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, she's with me.
I'm Annette Brandy Bullen, I'm his assistant.
Okay, so we get the real scoop from you. All right, so we said a couple more things. There's some, we have, everything gets recorded, everything goes on a real estate club site. I'm adding a whole bunch more stuff onto it over the next week, and I've got a bunch of stuff for you to take and put in there. So all of our past meetings are recorded. All the forms, like when we talk about a buyer favorable purchase agreement or lease option, all those are there. And if you need dumpsters, we can give you a really competitive. If I'm not, Todd is. So
Didn't we do a wholesaling, is our wholesaling that Saturday?
yeah, there's workshops on there too. I'm uploading a 4-day foreclosure boot camp that nobody's ever seen from a while back, but everything's exactly the same. So I've just taken the best pieces out of that and I'm putting that up on there. So so anyway, if you go there, it's $27, but if you want to go there tonight, you can try the site out it's $1 for a week. Or if you pay tonight and you want to apply that, it's like $7 more. And if you want to do either one of those, I'll pay the $7 or I'll pay the $1. If you want to join and try it for a week, but it's going to bill your credit card after that, so you got to cancel out if you don't like it. So anybody wants to do that, talk to me. Then that's on the site. So there's some events coming up. So the second Tuesday of each month was in Canton and Plymouth. It's now going to be here in Southfield in the same room consistently. Then the third Wednesday is in Auburn Hills, which some of you have been there. It's at Baker College. And we mix them up, usually one's on wholesaling, and then one's on, like we're going to talk about tonight, hard money lender. Then Renegade is a meeting I recommend everybody go to. How many people have been to Renegade? Okay, so at Renegade there are, when you were there last time, there was at least 4 hard money lenders or private lenders.
I'll say,
Because I was running around
yes, you were.
finding them all. And there's tons of wholesalers, and well, just rattle off a couple. Tell us some of the benefits you get out of one.
Yeah, and when you're up in front at the Renegades, they're on Facebook Live. People all over the country are watching you there. So many people I've met from different states, just countries from that. So many deals that night, bought a couple deals that night, you know. And just by just meeting, knowing everyone and meeting new people, and, you know, so.
Yeah.
I'm usually the first, well, I don't know if I'm the first one there, but I'm definitely the last one there.
I'm the first one there because I capture the table at the front door. I'm the official greeter for the group, even though I have no standing in the group. But I like to meet everybody. So Oakland REIA is another good group. There's a Macomb REIA. But you want to go to the meetup sites and look and go to as many of those meetings as you can. Todd does deals in the D. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's at Shields also, the third Monday of each month. And it's more of just a networking, you know, if you have some deals, you'll bring them, or if you're a contractor, you might need a contractor, or if you're a buyer, tell us what you're looking for, you know.
There's a Michigan real estate investor group that meets in Troy. There they'll bring in a lot more platform type speakers. There's an Ann Arbor real estate investor group, the Genesee Landlords Association, they all have meetup sites. So I'm going to cover the real estate donations. So I've been doing this for real estate donations for about 20 years. So charities nationwide, as a general rule, are scared to death of real estate donations because of the liability exposure. But there's certain charities that are willing to take the risk of that. So Volunteers of America, I represent them in this market where they get a real estate donation. My partner and I liquidate it. So if you're donating a piece of real estate, and let's say it's a challenged property, it's one that you don't have the money to fix up, it's in rough shape, you haven't been able to sell it, we'll look at that from a donation standpoint. And then if we feel like we can do an exit strategy with it, then we're going to put that contract together. Now, you as an investor want to get the highest value you can get for your home. So what I've seen a lot of investors to do, because I'm not allowed to, by law, to tell you to go do this or that, but a lot of investors will call a couple different appraisals, and they'll tell the appraisal company, the appraiser, that they're going to donate this property, and they just want to get a drive-by appraisal. So why are they doing that?
So they don't go inside and see that's a mess.
That could be the reason. So they're trying to get the highest appraisal they can get for their taxes. If they get more than one appraisal, then that like assures that it's there. So when they do their IRS tax return, they're going to put down an official appraisal with it or two to submit it with it. So you can take 30% off your adjusted gross income and carry it forward up to 5 years. If you are a corporation, you can take 10% off your net earnings and carry it forward up to 5 years. So if you think about fully depreciated property from a corporate standpoint, so then they're doing really well because that's off their net income, and then off the gross is pretty good. It depends upon what your taxes are. But remember, the property we would take in from corporations were warehouses they weren't using, factory that was no longer valuable to them, and then we have to liquidate that property, which is that's my problem there. I have to figure out what the value would be. But the charity, as long as the charity's getting some money, and hopefully not a car for it, everybody's happy. So there's some real opportunity there. So, so if you've got interest in it, I'm glad to talk more on it, one-on-one. So.